Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. It's actually a weekend full of actions in Europe and then in Africa. That is the CAF Confederation's Cup. But before we go to Europe, let's start from Nigeria. Let's start from home. And now we're going to be talking about the special athletes. Now, the Paralympics athletes where one of the sports where the Paralympics team have opted to, in fact, a very smart move. That is the table tennis team now have opened camp for the table tennis players. When we say Paralympics, we know that permit me to use this word, disabled athletes. We know when the able-bodied athletes Olympics is over, they start their own immediately. But now for the Paralympic table tennis team of Nigeria, they have actually swung into action. Take a very smart move by open camp for the table tennis player. They want to prepare quickly so that they can have a better representation right there in Paris 2024. That is the Paralympics 2024 that will be happening in Paris. After the main Olympics, now we'll now have the Paralympics taking off, and now the table tennis team has said that they want more tickets. They want to win more tickets right there to go for these Olympics. And now the table tennis camp has been open for all the table tennis player. And we have Michael from Jos to tell us more about this, what he feels about the PCN, that is the Paralympics Committee of Nigeria, opening camp for the table tennis players. Michael, welcome to Sports Update.
Yes, thank you very much, Fashion. Of course, when you talk about the Paralympics, you are talking about a guaranteed medal. And for the viewers out there, it is pertinent to know that 3 of our Paralympians for the table tennis sports were able to win medals, I think, at the last Commonwealth Games. So they are actually dependable. We need to pay more attention to the let me call them the Paralympians, because since they've been able to get medals for us at the Commonwealth Games, talking about Esau, talking about Faith, talking about Ifechukwu, all 3 of them were able to get medals in the last Commonwealth Games. So they are medal hopefuls as we get towards the Paralympics. I think they need to pay attention to them as they open. I think they are going for their camp in Egypt or so. I think it's a good place where they have facilities. They need to get acquainted with, 5-star cutting-edge sporting equipment, so that the best of these athletes can come out when the Olympics come calling.
Yes, when the Olympics come calling, because when it comes to the Paralympics, Nigeria is one country to be reckoned with when it comes to the Paralympics, because we've always been doing well. There's no time Nigeria goes out for the Paralympics event that we don't come back with a lot of medals. At some point, we were ranked second in the Olympics in the overall medal table. But this time around, attention is not being given to these guys, and now we are calling on the sports minister, the new sports minister, and the sports ministry in general to look inward and also pay attention because to the plight of these Paralympians. Sometimes you wouldn't like the news you hear about their welfare, but it's a good one that they've taken a very this smart move by opening camping early enough for the table tennis player. And we also know that other teams also are putting 1 or 2 logistics together to see that they can open camp for their own athletes. It's a good one. Like Michael said, attention needs to be given to the Paralympians, and a good move coming from the Paralympic Committee of Nigeria, opening campaign for the table tennis team. Okay, let's leave the Paralympics story and talk about the round leader game. Now we'll be talking about the continent now, where RS Berkene of that will be the defending champions of the CAF Confederation's Cup. They will be taking on Bendel Insurance of Benin, another North African team, after they defeated the ASO team of Tunisia right there in Nigeria. That match was played far away from home because they never had a stadium, but it was a penalty shootout, and Bendel Insurance came through, and now they will be facing another North African team, now the defending champions. What are the chances of the Benin Arsenals?
Yes, of course. The Benin Arsenals, since they call themselves Arsenals, they have to show that they are heir of invincibility. I think it's the time to take advantage of the home turf. Talking about the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, they need to instill into the heads or into the mentality of the athletes. Talking about the coach, let them know that we are playing at home. We don't care who we are facing. We don't want to know if you are the defending champions. All we know is that you cannot come to our home turf and beat us and get out. So we have to ensure that this Berkene team don't leave here, with all 3 points. That is one thing the coach needs to ensure, that that defense is very disciplined. I remember very well during the last season, within the first 10, almost the first 10 games, they went unbeaten. If that team is as solid as it was last season, then they should find a way to ensure that they save their home turf. At best, they don't concede goals at home. But if they can score, why not take advantage? Play like you're playing at home. Play with your hearts out. Play like you call yourself the invincible Benin Arsenal.
Yes, there is a problem with Bendel Insurance, but I think they have a very good defense. But up front, they lack a lot of goals. If not the penalty shootout right there in Algeria, they would have been out. But a good one coming in from the goalkeeper, who stood like the rock of Gibraltar in between the sticks to ensure that Bendel Insurance go through to the next round. Now, the second round of this competition. Now, Mondio Dige, that is the coach of Bendel Insurance, has not really been able to work on the scoring ability of Bendel Insurance. We saw that was their problem in the Super 6 playoff in the MPFL to crown the champions, because they couldn't score a lot of goals. That was one of their undoing in the Super 6. Now, again, in the CAF Confederation Cup, their first game, the first leg in that is at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, it was 1-0 against Asoclev of Tunisia. Now, they will be playing another North African team. How can they surmount this issue?
Yes, I think they need to just focus on their strengths. Like Coach Christian Chukwu always say, whenever the Super Eagles were facing a stronger opposition, he will always say, absorb the pressure and hit them on the counter. I think that is the principle that Mondo Dige needs to adopt at the moment, because if you want to, suppress and slow down, neutralize the Berkene side, I think you have to find a way to ensure you focus on your strengths, which has to do with the defense and the midfield. Take advantage of any loose balls. I think maybe the 4-4-2 formation may go a long way, or if possible, the 5-3-1 formation, just to ensure that that defensive lineup is tied. Just tie the defense up, and they take advantage of loose balls, since they've not been able to work on their finish.
Okay, since they've not been able to work on their finish, they might not be lucky when it goes to penalty shootout in the reverse fixture, but they need to score goals here in Benin, and that is what we are telling Bendel Insurance right now. Get the goals, because that will give you, that will put you on the driving seat of this particular encounter. This fixture will be coming up on Sunday, right there at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City, and this team has landed in Nigeria. They are prepared for war. The North African teams is always a problem for Nigerian club side. Let's see how Bendel Insurance will fare at home. Still staying on the continent and the CAF Confederations Cup. Now, the second team that is representing Nigeria in the CAF Confederations Cup, that is Rivers United. After in the first round they had a bye, now they've led the shores of this country as now they will be playing against Etoile Filante also over this weekend. Now, Rivers United last season, they were in the CAF Champions League. From the CAF Champions League, they dropped to the CAF Confederation Cup, but against a very, because I would call them a small team, the Yangas as they are called, the young of Tanzania, where's the one that booted out Rivers United from the CAF Confederation Cup. Now, in the first round, they had a bye. Now they will be starting their own competition in the second round against Etoile Filante. Now, Rivers United, do you think they have what it takes to go all the way this time around to the final?
Yes, I believe so. For them to get a bye in the first round, it shows that the team has been doing certain things correctly. It's left for the coach now to look at the strength of the team and then focus on it, see how they can be able to pick up points, because that's most important right now. Minimize the errors up front. I mean, all the departments need to be above 100%. If you are playing in the CAF Confederation Cup, you need to always be above 100%, because those other African teams are very disciplined. If you don't bring your A game, I mean, they may just send you packing.
They will just send him packing, and this team is a Cote d'Ivoire team, that is a Ivory Coast team, and as we speak, they are in Yamoussoukro, as it's called. That is the place, Yamoussoukro, in Cote d'Ivoire, where that encounter will be coming up against Etoile Filante. And for Rivers United, they should not forget what happened to them last season in the CAF Confederation Cup. This time around, they have all what it takes to get to the final and bring back the cup. The last team to grace the final of the CAF Confederation Cup is also from Rivers State. Then they were called Sharks of Port Harcourt, but this time around they are known as Rivers United. Let's see how United will be against Etoile Filante of Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, let's leave the continent and go straight to Europe and talk about some fixtures that will be coming up in the league, in the top 5 leagues in Europe, but we will not be having fixtures in the EPL, but we'll be having in La Liga and the French Ligue 1 and the Bundesliga. The big one will be happening in the Bundesliga. Okay, quickly, let's have the fixtures. Today's fixtures. Now we'll start from Spain, where Rayo Vallecano will take on Deportivo Alaves, and then the big one will be happening in Germany, Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. That is Bayern Leverkusen, where Victor Boniface, the Bundesliga player of the month, is. And then in the French Ligue 1, we have Paris Saint-Germain against Nice. Now, Michael, let's talk about our own before we talk about the 2 other fixtures in the other leagues. Now, Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen. Victor Boniface up against Harry Kane, a man he defeated to scoop the August player that is award. Now he will be coming against Bayern Munich. What are the chances of Bayer Leverkusen against, both of them are Bayern, against another, against Bayern Munich?
Yes, of course. When I hear Bayer Leverkusen, I remember very well, I think late 90s, 99, 2000, Bayern Leverkusen was one team that always got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. And now we are hearing Bayer Leverkusen again, and we are happy that it's one of our own that is lighting up the candle of Bayer Leverkusen. Yes, it's an opportunity for Victor Boniface to prove to Harry Kane that you should not be the only superstar. I am also coming to catch you. You have a competitor for the highest goal scorer award. It's an opportunity where you are playing against Bayern Munich, you are playing against, the floodlights. All attention will be focused on you. If you are not a popular player, when you are playing against Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, you become popular. It's left for him to take advantage of the opportunity to shine on the biggest stage of the German top flight. I think Boniface should use this opportunity to make a name for himself and make him know that he is the next big thing, and they should watch out for him. I hope he registers a goal to show that, yes, he is here to destroy the league.
Yes, he's here to actually destroy the league. Those fixtures will be coming up tonight. And then in Spain, like I said, we have Alaves against Rayo. And then in France, PSG against Nice. Another good team where we have another Nigerian, Terry Muffin, play for Nice. Now, Abba Michael, let's go to France, where we have PSG against Nice. Okay, before we talk about PSG Nice, now the game between Bayern Munich and Bayern Leverkusen, what's your scoreline? Okay, we can get the audio from Abba Michael there.
Okay.
Let's move on.
I think I can hear you now.
Okay, I said quickly your prediction for that game, Bayern Leverkusen, Bayern Munich against Bayern Leverkusen.
Yes, I see an upset, and probably I see a draw. Yes, my prediction is a draw between the giants. So I expect a draw in that encounter.
Okay, you expect a draw. Is it a score draw or a goalless draw?
A score draw. I believe a score draw in the range of 1-1 or 2-2.
He has said he's expecting a score draw in that particular encounter. All my concern is that Victor Boniface should register a goal. Okay, quickly, let's just go over the fixtures before we leave today's fixtures and talk about some transfers in the MPFL. We say Rayo Vallecano against Deportivo Alaves. We have Bayern Munich against Bayer Leverkusen, and then Paris Saint-Germain against Nice. That is in French Ligue 1. You can catch all of these matches later tonight, wherever. Just go there, enjoy yourselves, and then just look out for Nigerian players in all of these teams that will be playing tonight in the three leagues. That is the French Ligue 1, the Bundesliga, and then the Spanish La Liga. Okay, let's come back home now and talk some transfers. Just the way we have transfers in Europe, though our league, no date has been confirmed yet for the league to be up and running. We're still waiting for the date to be announced when the MPFL will kick off. But we have some few signings that are still going on in the MPFL. Let's talk about this one. Rangers International signs Austin Opara from Plateau United. He has now joined up again with his former boss, with his former coach, Fidelis Ilechukwu, in Rangers International of Enugu. Abba Michael, this is a player that left your state team to join up with Rangers International of Enugu. That is Austin Opara, a fantastic defender.
Yes, of course. When you talk about Rangers International, you are talking about the 7-time winners or champions of the Nigerian Premier League. And of course, they call themselves the Flying Antelopes. And that is the reason why Austin Opara has turned himself to a flying antelope, flying from Plateau United, all the way to Rangers. It's a good thing for him, a very experienced defender. For the coach to still want to reunite with him, it shows that he played an integral role, in Plateau United last season. Of course, they didn't finish top 2. I think they're 4th or so before the Super 6. Opara is about 39 years old. He's older than Cristiano Ronaldo, actually. This guy is an ageless player. For him to still be relevant at this age, it shows that he's actually a disciplined defender. And I think it will give Rangers International an edge, because they really needed to tighten up that defense. And Ilechukwu has just made the right move on the chessboard.
Okay, Fidelis Ilechukwu has just made the right move by signing Austin Opara. This is a player who also was there for Fidelis Ilechukwu at MFM, that is a Mountain of Fire Ministries Football Club in Lagos. And he also, when Ilechukwu left Lagos for Plateau United, he joined Ilechukwu in Plateau United, and now He has left Plateau United on a free transfer, though, to join Fidelis Ilechukwu at Rangers International of Enugu. It's a good one for Austin Opara, 39 years of age, still waxing strong when it comes to football. Okay, still dwelling on the MPFL transfer, but we're going to take this last one on the show, sports update. Now, another Nigerian who has who left the shores of this country, he has played for the likes of Enyimba, Aqua United, went to Barcelona in Spain, that is the Team B, Barcelona Team B in Spain, and now he has come back home to join up with Heartland FC, Ezekiel Bassi with Heartland FC as we speak. Quickly, Abba Michael.
Yes, yes, of course. Talking about the Heartland of Owerri, 4-time winners of the Nigerian Premier League, and suffice it to say that they are the winners of the NNL. You know, they were relegated a year ago, and they are back to the top flight. It's good to have a winger. I mean, in the realm of Ezekiel Bassi, he played for Barcelona, Catalonia B team, and of course, looking at the guy who also played for the Super Eagles during the 2016 African Cup of Nations, and of course, in 2016, I think he also played the Champions League or so in 2016. Yes, he did very well for the Barcelona team as a Team B player. We are glad to have him back to the heartland of Owerri. I pray that he's able to build his career from here, because he has not really grown the way we expected him to grow. But sometimes it's not that easy, I mean, to grow your career. But we are glad that he's still playing top football as far as the MPL is concerned.
Yeah, as far as the MPFL is concerned, that is where we'll leave it. Albert Michael, thanks for all your insightful analysis on the show. Sports Update is a wonderful one having you on the show.
Yeah, any day, anytime. Thank you.
All right, that is it on Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Thanks for watching.